Everything rolling?
Hope so. Hello.
What is it? Action.
How's the tour going?
Good, great. Yeah.
Having fun?
Yeah, having fun. It's been about, we're getting to about 3.5 weeks maybe. And it's been pretty hectic. I mean, a lot of shows in not so many days. I think we're at 20-something shows in like 25 days. So, yeah. But all the shows have been great. People are coming.
Yeah.
And all 3 bands get along great, so that's, and crew and everything. So
how's the age range of the participants?
interesting enough, it's all over the place. I mean, last night there were these kids that were probably like 16 that were going crazy in front for like all bands. So, I mean, literally they were teenagers, and there was quite a few of them. And then, we got our fans that are from the old school that are probably in their 40s, and then everything in between. So it's been a good mix.
How do you spend the time in between shows?
Usually we play the show, try to take a shower if we can after, have dinner or some food, maybe go out a little bit, maybe not, just go to the bus. Then we usually leave early in the mornings, like between 3 and like 8 in the morning, drive, sleep all day, usually sleep till well into the afternoon, 2 or something. Some of us will get out and see the town a little bit, especially if we're in a nice area parked, and just because every day is a different town, and some really cool towns.
Do you know where you are?
I'm in Oslo. I know that. I haven't been anywhere though. I've been to the bus and here today, so maybe tonight.
Kind of dark.
It got dark. Yeah, I got out of the bus at 4. It was already dark. It's crazy. I don't mind, but.
Actually, my question is, how is life on tour today compared to back when you toured when you were young? What can you do now?
Yeah.
You cannot do anymore?
Yeah, we don't party as much as we used to. We took the Jack Daniels off our rider. It's just wine and beer, and water. Our drummer's 25, and we're keeping up with him. That's good. So, yeah, I think the shows, like I said, everything comes down to the shows, and that gives you a lot of adrenaline. Of course, there's all the bummers sometimes when one guy gets sick, it's like everybody gets sick, or at least half of us do. So, but we've all kind of been fighting the cold here and there, but that's kind of normal. Especially this time of year. And we're straight from California, so we're like, oh shit, it's freezing cold. We're everywhere we go.
It's winter.
Yeah, it's winter. Forget about it. Where I live, it's almost never winter, really. So,
what is the thing that you seem to have missed the most from being on tour? You're actually doing it.
That's a good question. I mean, I would think that the highlight really is a good show. Like if everything feels good, the sound's good, the crowd's good, we're playing good as a band, you're feeling good on your guitar, whatever your instrument be. That's usually kind of the highlight, I think. A really good show, hour and 10 minutes of that adrenaline, the fun is usually like, those are the things you remember the most, Of course, there's also some other stuff.
Not the stink, not the...
No, you try not to remember that stuff, but you get so used to it so quick. But also, I think the camaraderie between meeting guys in different bands and just people in general in different towns, and you make some friends that way, and it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool seeing how other bands do it and how other bands go about their business.
Did you get to practice before this tour?
Oh yeah, we rehearsed like just a few days, but we did a tour just in last August. We did a 10-show tour, and then we did 3 shows kind of on and off in the meantime in the U.S., and then we started this tour, like I said, did maybe 2 or 3 rehearsals before. But we were, like I said, we had come off a tour in August, so it was not that, it was still kind of fresh, everything. And we just added a couple new songs, and that's what we worked on mainly, rehearsal. We found ourselves rehearsing the stuff that we've been playing, no problem,
That's cool.
I
mean... let's go back to this album, let's talk about the album, that Stairway to Hell. How did it feel to go back to writing music? Was it a natural process, or was it hard to find it?
It was kind of hard, but also it was kind of it was a thing where we didn't really have a set plan of exactly how we were going to do it. It wasn't like, okay, I'm going to write 10 riffs and you're going to write a bunch of lyrics and then we'll meet here and the rest of the band. It wasn't like that. It's everybody kind of just threw some stuff into the pot. And so it was really actually kind of unorganized in a way in terms of the writing. It was really like, last minute we did the song I'm All Right. I had it on literally like on a cassette tape that I had to transfer to, it was an old song. No, it wasn't a cassette, but it was like from my old ADATs. it just kind of literally made its way into the studio, and I think Dave liked it, and I was like, I kind of on the fence about it, and then we just as a band right then and there in 2 days played it, rehearsed it, arranged it, and recorded it, and added new stuff here and there. So that was the song that just kind of appeared out of nowhere, and then there were some songs that we spent weeks working on that didn't make the record. So it was really kind of a bunch of different ways of doing it.
What's your favorite part on this?
I think Devil's Paradise is my favorite song. Yeah.
Why is that?
I just like the riff. I like the story. It's all debaucherous. It's a little evil, but hopefully people see the little bit of humor in it. And I just like the movement of it. And it's doing really good live too, in terms of crowd participation. And it's just it's a
Do
cool
people
group.
know the new songs?
Yeah. I'm surprised. We all have been very surprised at how much people are singing along to the new stuff from the EP, the new EP. And I like that. Like No One Survives a lot too. The song Dave actually wrote. It's just very different for us, that song, I think. But it's got a real powerful vibe to it. I like playing it,
I guess from the guitarist point of view,
Yeah,
that's the most
probably
important.
kind of venture to the riff-based stuff. But
Do you happen to mix the riffs sometimes live?
yeah. You mean play the wrong song?
Yeah.
I did that. I don't know when that was, but I think it was. I don't know what show, but there's 2 songs we have that are kind of similar. They don't sound alike, but they're in the same key and the same rhythm. And I started playing the wrong song, and I didn't even notice because I could pretty much just hear myself in drums on my side and a little bit of the vocal. And it took me literally maybe one line of the first verse to be like, oh my God, I'm actually playing the wrong. I just had to stop, look, listen, and then go. And it was weird because the weird thing was you couldn't really tell that much, because like I said, the songs are in the same key, same beat. It's just, it was just weird.
Did the others react?
I don't think any of them noticed. I told them later, and they're like, oh my God, okay, we did hear something weird, but it wasn't, it wasn't like something completely obvious.
Okay. Now that you're back to the live world, how long do you think you will be able to do this? To leave the rock and roll?
I don't know, right? That's $1 million question, or the $10,000 question.
How much do I gain from it?
I think we're playing good as a band, and we're all, we've got the energy to do it for a while longer. And you have to make sure that all the ends meet and that we get the opportunities.
Are there
on where.
plans to go back, record, and tour again?
Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff's in the air. There's nothing like in cement, but there's talk about going to Australia in April, and also talk about coming back here maybe next summer. And in the meantime, new material.
Work on something.
Yeah.
Awesome.
We don't know where, but somehow get it together. And so those are the 3 things.
The cover of the album. Did anybody consider you Satanist?
No, I think everybody's pentagrams are just like they're just like art now.
You didn't hear any such comments?
No, never. I mean, we've always had mention of the devil here and there and pentagrams and some stuff, but I think people pretty much know that we're not an evil band.
Does it mean anything
we're just,
in particular?
It's more comedy than anything,
What reactions did you get from picturing your mascot as the Statue of Liberty?
What satisfaction?
No, what reactions?
Oh, reaction. Well, actually, we did get some reaction. Kmart, which is a huge chain in the U.S., wouldn't carry it, so we had to make an alternative cover for them. Yeah.
Okay.
So
what did it have?
It had the kid with his mouth gagged, hand taped, basically, shackled with handcuffs and everything.
So it
censored. Yeah, it's totally. Yeah. But yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that. That was a pretty big reaction. Of course, we didn't think much of it when we did it. We were making a joke. We're talking about ourselves. We're America's Steve Watt, kind of like America's,
Yeah. Do you think it would be worse today?
I know what you're saying because of the whole thing. It's like after 9/11 and patriotism and all that.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah, just the first thought.
I mean, depends on how you look at it. I mean, the statue's flipping off whoever. I don't know. I mean, those kind of things, to me, I'm not offended at all. And I'm surprised when someone else is offended.
Yeah, but it's so easy to offend.
But yeah, it is. And it's funny. But so I don't think about that really or worry about it because you can't. I don't think or you should worry about that too much. I mean, unless you're really hurting somebody. But if you're just joking around,
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that's kind of juvenile. I'm just
Everybody
joking around.
perceives the joke, though.
Yeah,
Unfortunately. Do you still consider yourselves rebels in a way, or non-conformists?
I mean,
Or you switch sides
we didn't have
now?
a record company telling us what to do this time around. So it wasn't like we were rebelling against anybody or trying to fight anybody. We were just like, yeah, let's do this, let's do that. You know, there's never any authority, so to speak, that was telling us to do this or have songs like this. So, no, I think we just do our thing. You know, it's not like a statement. It's just we just do what we do.
But now you have the support of the record label.
Yeah,
and
they're
everything,
distributing, and they've never said anything about anything in terms of
That's great.
that. I mean, I think nowadays, you said, sure, some people can get more offended nowadays, but I think in the big picture, I think people get away with a lot more than they used to. Especially in Europe, you can pretty much do anything here without people getting all...
Oh, well.
I mean, compared to like
Yeah,
America,
probably.
TV especially, you know, if you do a video or something, you know,
Probably.
a lot more goes here. And in terms of lyrics too, you know.
How do you feel if you drive and the radio plays, let's say, Cats in the Cradle, since it's the most known song?
Yeah.
Do you turn off the channel or do you just sing along? Or?
It doesn't happen very often to me. Honestly, I don't really listen to radio much, but it happens every now and then. What happens more often is someone will call me that's at a bar or at a play or in their car because they have like the Sirius radio, which is you can kind of like pick the type of music you want, and I get those all the time. Especially like when that Sirius, I don't know what it's called, Sirius radio, where you can pick like music from the 90s. And so, or
that's
you know,
often
that kind of thing, like rock, 90s rock.
What music do you listen to yourself?
I listen to a lot of actually hip hop and new pop, like with hip hop, that kind of thing. Hip hop, what are they calling it now? I really listen to a lot of new hard rock, but I love listening to the old stuff that I grew up on. You know,
But
I
is
just go
there
back to like AC/DC and Judas Priest, stuff like that.
Is there any new band that caught your attention now that you're back in the music world in any way?
There always is, but I don't even know their names. I like that song. I don't know who it is. I like these guys' new band, Dead Sea Ruins. They're fun.
Not enough to...
Yeah.
It never...
I don't think
it was
I've bought
never
a new record in a long time.
enough to...
I do get kind of caught up in the whole, I'll buy that song for 99 cents or $1.29 on iTunes. The song I hear on the radio I really like, and that's about it. I won't ever go buy the record. I'm totally guilty of that. You know, the instant gratification of iTunes on the radio, like hearing it or seeing it and whatever, or something like the radio or whatever, and then just buying it, listening to it like 10 times and never listening to it again.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Would you change the name of the band to Ugly Adult Joe?
No.
It's still a kid?
We're so deep into that name, so there's no going back.
You're never going there?
Yeah, we're never going back.
That's cool.